Alexi, how could a guy scoring goals for the first-place team in the Bundesliga not be called up?
As I say each and every time, a national team is not a meritocracy. A national team is not about the best players. It is about the best collection of players. A national team is picked by humans with inherent biases and histories and baggage and all of that. And ultimately, a national team is made up of human beings making subjective decisions. But I will say this, a national team coach, in this case for the U.S., is ultimately judged by what happens in the World Cup. And so having that out there, and in particular for a position that we know is of need in that striker position, it is going to constantly be a source, and I think fairly so, of discussion as to why is he not with the national team. And I think there are legitimate reasons for Greg Berhalter to make. We can disagree with him. People out there can disagree with him. But again, they are subjective types of decisions. That he's scoring goals is great. Scored a wonderful goal, really wonderful timing, and then the ability to flick the ball into the side there. And so, yeah, this is a goal scorer in that number 9 position, albeit that plays the position maybe not in a way that Greg Berhalter, well, obviously not in a way that Berhalter likes, and it doesn't mean he's not going to be on the World Cup roster ultimately, but he's not there. It is going to be a source of discussion going forward. When we do the games, we're doing the Saudi Arabia game on Fox. Our friends over at ESPN are doing the Japan game. I guarantee it is going to be part of the narrative and part of what we're talking about. And that's okay, because we, as an American soccer playing nation, are now into this rarefied and new era where we actually have more players than can play on the field, and maybe more players than even can fit into a 26. And that brings discussion, that brings debate, and that brings criticism and disagreement. And that's okay. But congratulations to him going forward, and we'll see if the number 9s and the strikers of the U.S. men's national team respond in camp.
I mentioned Jordan Pefok not getting called up. I think Ricardo Pepi essentially got his spot. Pepi enjoying a good start to life at Groningen. He got an assist in his first game, and then this past weekend gets a goal in a 2-1 loss to Sparta Rotterdam. Pepi's first goal for club or country since October 7, 2021. It was almost a year.
And, the reaction, while I guess nice that everyone is so supportive of Ricardo Pepi, the desperation of, wanting him to do well, and therefore, I don't know, justifying some sort of notion that you have. Just as I say the national team is not a meritocracy, the national team is also not a charity. And so him scoring, is it good? Yeah. He's doing what he is supposed to do, albeit in a lower level. And I'm not here to downplay or poo-poo it, but you also have to watch the goals that he's scoring. He scored a nice header goal. It'd be nice if the defender jumped and tried to even challenge him on that. And he would not be the first attacking player to go to the Dutch league and to score a bunch of goals and use that to propel himself going forward. But that was the whole plan. So let's not break our arms patting him on the back for doing what he is actually supposed to do. And I know he hasn't done it in almost a year, and that's great. But there does seem to be a complete bending over backwards to make this work. And I just hope that it's not forcing something that doesn't necessarily have to be.
You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops every week. Subscribe now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. You like that clip? Well, my State of the Union podcast drops twice a week right here on my very own YouTube page. The only way to stay up to date is to hit that subscribe button down below. Size the day, and see you soon.